welcome to a deep dive.
Yeah.
To Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah.
You know that 2018 Spielberg film?
Yeah.
Where the future is, not so bright?
Right.
So everyone kind of escapes into this...
this virtual reality world.
This awesome virtual reality world called the OASIS.
Uh-huh.
But what happens when, the fate of this whole digital utopia hinges on a massive virtual treasure hunt?
What's so intriguing is that Spielberg doesn't present the OASIS as just pure escapism.
Right.
He kind of layers in this question.
Okay.
Can virtual connection ever really replace the real thing?
Yeah.
And if you could choose, would you even want it to?
Okay, so let's set the stage.
Okay.
It's 2045, the world's a mess.
Yeah.
People are spending more time in the OASIS than in reality.
Right.
Our main guy, Waithe Watts, is obsessed with this game within the OASIS, trying to find a hidden Easter egg left by the OASIS's creator, James Halliday.
You have to understand, Halliday wasn't just some tech genius. He was an eccentric icon. And he structured this hunt so whoever wins gets complete control of the OASIS.
Whoa.
Talk about high stakes.
Yeah.
Waithe is one of many gunters.
Gunters.
Slang for egg hunter.
Okay, all vying for this ultimate prize.
I'm curious about Wade's journey.
Yeah.
Why is he so driven to win this competition?
Yeah.
Is it just the thrill of the game?
Right.
Or is there something deeper?
Well, while Waithe might appear like a typical underdog,
Uh-huh.
at first, his obsession with Halliday's legacy hints at a deeper desire
Okay.
for connection, maybe even a father figure
Oh.
he never had.
Right.
It's not just about the prize for him. It's about proving himself worthy of Halliday's vision.
And how does Spielberg bring this virtual world to life visually?
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've heard, the OASIS is visually spectacular.
Spielberg leverages his mastery of visual storytelling
Okay.
to craft a believable and immersive
Okay.
virtual experience.
Yeah.
The CGI is stunning, of course, but what's really remarkable
is how he uses motion capture to seamlessly blend the real and the virtual.
Wow.
It's groundbreaking. You genuinely feel like you're in the OASIS
Right.
alongside Waithe.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
The movie has been praised for its awesome action sequences and breathtaking visuals,
Sure.
but it's also been criticized
Yeah.
for relying too heavily on nostalgia.
Right.
There are tons of references to 80s and 90s pop culture,
Well,
like the Iron Giant and The Shining.
yeah.
Is it just fan service?
Right.
Or is there a deeper meaning behind it?
It's certainly a deliberate choice by Spielberg.
Oh.
Instead of viewing it as mere fan service,
Yeah.
consider this.
Okay.
The film's target audience
Uh-huh.
likely grew up with these very references.
Right.
For them, it's a nostalgic journey, a rekindling of their younger selves' passions.
But isn't that reliance on nostalgia a bit of a cop-out? Does it prevent the film from saying something more original
Uh-huh.
about virtual reality and our relationship with technology?
That's a valid question.
Yeah.
However, I think the nostalgia serves a dual purpose.
Okay.
While it plays on our fondness for the past,
Uh-huh.
it also highlights how our past experiences shape our present and future selves,
Okay.
especially within the digital realm.
So we've got this visually stunning world, a hero on a quest, and a healthy dose of nostalgia.
Right.
But what about the other players in this game?
Yeah.
Who stands out besides Waithe?
Olivia Cooke as Samantha, or Artemis in the OASIS,
Okay.
is a force to be reckoned with.
Okay.
She's strong, independent, and challenges Waithe both in the game
Yeah.
and in their budding real-world relationship.
Wow.
Their chemistry is electric, pushing Waithe to grow both as a player and as a person.
And what about the villain of the story, Nolan Sorrento?
Yes.
He's the head of this massive corporation that wants to control the OASIS, right?
Exactly.
Oh, wait.
Sorrento embodies corporate greed
Uh-huh.
and the potential dangers of unchecked technological control.
Right.
He's ruthless, ambitious, and willing to do whatever it takes to win, even if it means exploiting others.
From what I've gathered, Sorrento is a pretty straightforward villain.
Yeah.
Does his character lack depth
Uh-huh.
compared to Waithe or Artemis?
He's definitely more of a stereotypical antagonist,
Right.
representing the forces that threaten the OASIS's freedom and open spirit.
Okay.
He's a formidable obstacle for Rovi to overcome,
Yeah.
but he doesn't possess the same level of nuance as some of the other characters.
Okay, so we've got this clash between the idealistic Gunters and the corporate overlords.
Right.
It sounds like a classic battle between good and evil.
On the surface, yes.
Okay.
But Spielberg adds layers of complexity.
Oh, okay.
The film asks us to consider
Yeah.
what are the real-world consequences of escaping into virtual reality.
Right.
Can a digital utopia exist without addressing the problems of the physical world?
So it's not just a mindless action flick.
Yeah.
It's making us think about the impact of technology on society and the choices we make in balancing the real and the virtual. Okay.
And that's what makes Ready Player One so thought-provoking.
Right.
It's not just a visual spectacle, it's a commentary on our relationship with technology and the challenges we face in a world increasingly dominated by the digital realm.
This has been a great overview. We've covered the basic plot, the main characters, and some of the thought-provoking themes at play.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
Oh, really?
There's so much more to unpack.
Oh, wow.
We'll delve deeper into Spielberg's direction,
Okay.
the film's use of music and sound, and the lasting impact of Ready Player One in part 2 of our deep dive.
Sounds good. Can't wait.
Yeah.
We left off talking about the deeper themes in Ready Player One.
Right.
How it's not just about cool visuals and 80s references, but also makes us think about our own relationship with technology.
Exactly. One of the most compelling aspects is how Spielberg contrasts the vibrant, limitless world of the OASIS with the stark reality of 2045.
Right.
It raises the question,
Okay.
are we in danger of losing ourselves in virtual worlds, neglecting the problems of the physical world?
It reminds me of that saying, everything in moderation.
Right.
A little escapism can be fun.
Yeah.
But when it becomes your whole world, that's when things can get tricky.
And that's where the importance of human connection comes in. Even in this hyper-realistic virtual world, Waithe and his friends are searching for something more than just digital interactions.
Yeah.
They crave genuine relationships, something that transcends avatars and online personas.
Think about how Waithe initially falls for Arthremus.
Right.
He's smitten with her OASIS persona.
Yeah.
But it's only when they connect in the real world that their bond truly deepens.
It's a crucial point.
Yeah.
The film argues that true intimacy and understanding require vulnerability, a willingness to show your authentic flaws and all, something that's often harder to do behind the facade of a virtual avatar.
So while the OASIS offers this incredible escape, it can also become a barrier to forming meaningful connections in the real world. It's like a double-edged sword, right?
Precisely.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons Ready Player One resonates so deeply with audiences.
Yeah.
It speaks to our anxieties about technology.
Right.
But it also highlights the power of human ingenuity and connection to overcome those challenges.
Speaking of anxieties about technology, do you think the film glorifies escapism or downplays the potential dangers of virtual reality addiction?
It's not a simple answer.
Right.
Spielberg doesn't offer easy solutions or preachy morals.
Okay.
He presents these complex ideas through compelling characters and a visually captivating narrative, allowing viewers to draw their own conclusions.
I appreciate that he doesn't spoon-feed the audience.
Yeah.
He trusts us to engage with these questions and form our own opinions.
Exactly. And that's what elevates Ready Player One. Beyond a simple action-adventure flick, it sparks deeper conversations about the nature of reality, the power of human connection, and the choices we make in a world increasingly dominated by technology.
Now, I have to ask about the music.
Okay.
Alan Silvestri's score is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
It perfectly captures the film's adventurous spirit and nostalgic vibe.
Silvestri is a master at crafting scores that enhance the emotional weight of scenes.
Yeah.
In Ready Player One, he seamlessly blends orchestral themes with electronic elements, creating a soundscape that's both epic and intimate.
I love how he incorporates familiar musical cues and motifs from the 80s and 90s.
Right.
It's like he's tapping into our collective cultural memory, evoking those feelings of excitement and wonder we associate with those eras.
And it's not just the score. The sound design is incredibly immersive. Every footstep, every laser blast, every explosion is meticulously crafted to create a truly believable sonic experience.
Okay, wow.
You're not just watching the action, you're feeling it.
Okay, before we move on, I have to geek out for a second.
Okay.
About the incredible design of the OASIS.
Sure.
It's a visual feast full of sprawling landscapes, futuristic cities, and references to everything from classic video games to iconic films.
From the chaotic races.
Right.
Through neon-lit cityscapes to the awe-inspiring recreation of the Overlook Hotel from The Shining.
Yeah.
The Oasis is a testament to the power of imagination.
Right.
Spielberg creates this world where anything is possible, and it's breathtaking.
It's that blend of spectacle and heart that Spielberg does so well. He pulls you into this fantastical world, but he never loses sight of the human element.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Ready Player One so captivating. It's a symphony of visual and auditory storytelling, expertly orchestrated by one of the greatest filmmakers of all time.
So we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
But there's one crucial aspect we haven't touched on yet. The ending.
Right.
Without giving away any spoilers.
Sure.
Can you talk about how Spielberg wraps up this wild adventure?
The ending underscores the importance of balance.
Okay.
It suggests that while escapism can be alluring, true fulfillment comes from finding harmony between the virtual and real worlds.
So it's not a complete rejection of technology or virtual reality.
Right.
It's more about finding a healthy balance.
Yeah. Precisely.
Okay.
Spielberg seems to be advocating for a more mindful approach to technology, encouraging us to use it as a tool for connection and creativity, but not to let it consume our lives entirely.
That's a powerful message, especially in today's increasingly digital world. But I'm curious. The film doesn't explicitly tell us what happens to the Oasis.
Right.
After the events of the story, it leaves that open to interpretation, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so thought-provoking.
Right.
Does the Oasis continue to evolve, becoming even more immersive and potentially addictive?
Right.
Or do people start to prioritize real-world connections? Using the Oasis as a tool for good, rather than an escape from reality.
I love that Spielberg leaves us with these questions.
Yeah.
It's like he's challenging us to imagine the future. We want to create both individually and as a society.
And that's a perfect segue into the final part of our deep dive, where we'll explore those unanswered questions and delve even deeper into the lasting impact of Ready Player One.
We've explored the Oasis, debated its merits, and jammed to its killer soundtrack.
Yeah.
But now we're at the part where things get really interesting. What happens after the movie ends?
The film leaves the future of the Oasis ambiguous.
Right.
And that's by design. It throws the question back to us. Will we use this incredible technology to build a better future?
Yeah.
Or will we fall deeper into the trap of escapism?
It's a question that resonates even more strongly today. We're constantly surrounded by technology, immersed in virtual worlds, and grappling with the same anxieties and possibilities that the film portrays.
Ready Player One serves as a cautionary tale, but also as a spark of hope.
Right.
It reminds us that even in a world saturated with technology, the choices we make, the connections we forge, and the values we uphold ultimately shape our destiny.
So while Spielberg doesn't give us a definitive answer, he does offer some clues. Remember that ending where Roe v. Wade, having won control of the Oasis, decides to shut it down for 2 days a week.
That's a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
He chooses balance, recognizing that even the most captivating virtual world shouldn't completely eclipse real-life experiences and relationships. It suggests a more mindful approach to technology, one where we consciously choose how we interact with it. Yeah.
Rather than letting it dictate our lives.
It's like a call to action for us, the viewers, to think critically about our own relationship with technology. Are we using it to enhance our lives?
Right.
Or are we letting it become a crutch, a way to avoid facing the complexities of the real world?
Exactly. And that's what makes Ready Player One so relevant.
Okay.
It's not just a fun, action-packed movie. It's a mirror reflecting our own hopes and fears about the future.
Thinking about the film's impact, I'm curious about how it's influenced the conversation about virtual reality. Has it made the concept more mainstream?
Right.
Or has it reinforced existing anxieties about technology?
I'd say Ready Player One has undoubtedly played a role in demystifying virtual reality for a wider audience.
Right.
It sparked conversations about the possibilities and potential pitfalls of these technologies, pushing us to imagine how they might shape our lives in the years to come.
It's also ignited some pretty passionate debates.
Oh, yeah. Some critics argue that the film romanticizes escapism and downplays the dangers of technology addiction.
Right.
Others see it as a celebration of imagination, and the power of human connection.
And those differing perspectives are valuable.
Yeah.
They encourage us to engage in critical thinking and challenge our assumptions about the role of technology in our lives.
So, for those who might be hesitant to watch a movie that's seemingly all about virtual reality and video games, what would you say is the most valuable takeaway from Ready Player One?
For me, it's the timeless message that despite all the technological advancements, all the dazzling virtual worlds we create, true happiness and fulfillment come from the connections we make with other human beings.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that the real world, with all its complexities and challenges, is still the place where we find meaning, purpose, and authentic connection.
It's a message that's easy to lose sight of in our increasingly digital world. So if you're looking for a film that will entertain you, challenge you, and leave you pondering the future, Ready Player One is definitely worth a watch.
And who knows, it might even inspire you to step away from the screen for a while and reconnect with the people and experiences that truly matter in the real world.
Thanks for joining us on this epic deep dive into Ready Player One.
It was my pleasure.
We hope you've gained some new insights, sparked some interesting conversations, and maybe even felt a little bit of that Spielberg magic along the way.
A little bit of movie magic. Never hurt anybody.
Until next time on The Deep Dive, stay curious and keep exploring.
Absolutely.